Hello everyone, and thanks for visiting my channel. Here I am again today with a new question, some explanation about the background of the question, and also to provide you some answer options that you can use in your job interview. What is special about today's question is that it was sent to me by one of my YouTube viewers. So without wasting any more time, I will go straight to the question now and provide you with possible answer options. And the question that we are going to talk about today is how would you resolve a conflict between co-workers or colleagues? This question may not normally be asked for an entry-level position and may usually be asked for a supervisory level position or higher than that. And the reason for it is that answering this question requires a certain level of communication, leadership, and interpersonal skills. However, it is better for you to be prepared in case this question is asked to you at any job interview. So now let's move to how you would answer the question. How would you resolve a conflict between co-workers or colleagues? As I mentioned earlier, one of the most important reasons for this question to be asked is that the interviewer wants to get a good idea about your communication, your leadership, and most importantly, your interpersonal skills. I am quite sure that you are already aware about the importance of these three skills in our professional life, no matter which field or profession we belong to. And as part of a professional advice, I will always ask you to keep improving these three skills, which are very important for our professional growth. So now I will present to you an example of how you can present this answer in front of the interviewer. Before moving on to the answer, I would request you to kindly subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so, and give a like to this video, which will help and encourage me. Thank you. The question once again, how would you resolve a conflict between co-workers or colleagues? When working towards resolving an issue between my colleagues, the first thing that I will focus on is to make sure that the issue is resolved at the earliest. Because if we leave or ignore a small issue, it always has the potential to turn into a large problem. In my efforts to resolve this issue, I would be concerned about the performance of my colleagues involved in this conflict and about the negative effect of this conflict on the whole work environment. A conflict will most certainly affect the performance of the parties involved, but it also has an effect on the overall performance and the output of the whole team. One of the first options that I would look into is to encourage these colleagues to try and find a solution to the problem mutually and at the earliest. My next step would be to arrange a one-to-one meeting with these two colleagues to try and reach to the bottom of this issue and find out the main reasons for this conflict, which will provide me an opportunity to listen to both sides of the story and give me the opportunity to understand this conflict better. Even before meeting these two colleagues, I would make sure to inform both of them that this conflict will not only affect their individual performances, but it will also cause a negative environment in the workplace. Once I would get the chance to meet the two colleagues, I would first inform them about their importance as our team members and that we would not be able to achieve our targets and objectives without their contribution. The other thing that I would make clear to my colleagues right from the beginning is that this conflict needs to be resolved at the earliest. During the meeting, I would have to make sure to remain totally neutral in order to win their trust in me. At no time during the meeting would I show or express my bias towards any one of them. and I will try to keep my personal opinion to myself during the meeting. In case I get an idea during the meeting that both of them are not interested in resolving the issue and that they continue arguing, I would step in and take certain decisions that would include certain restrictions on both of them. Implementing any steps or restrictions might highly depend on my position and my authority over both the parties. In such a case, I would still implement these steps, even if I need to involve a member of the senior management who would have the authority to implement the steps. So that was the example answer to the question, how would you resolve a conflict between colleagues? I hope you like the example answer and that you will be able to use this answer or at least some parts of it when faced with this question. Before ending the video, let me just remind you of 4 important points that you must keep in mind while practicing and preparing for this question. The first point is that you should make it absolutely clear to the interviewer during your answer or at the beginning of your answer that you plan to resolve the conflict at the earliest. This point is very important to convey to the interviewer. Secondly, you should make it very clear to the interviewer during your answer that you will encourage both the colleagues to resolve the issue mutually without external involvement. The third point that you need to make clear to the interviewer is that under all circumstances, you would remain unbiased, no matter the level of professional or personal relationship that you might have with any of the two parties. The last point, and probably the most important point, is to make it very clear to the interviewer that under no circumstances would you allow the conflict to affect the performance or the output of the whole team. So this was the complete package for your answer to the question, how would you resolve a conflict between colleagues? Please let me know in the comments of this video if you have any questions or if there is any clarification that you would like about what I have presented to you. Thank you again, and until the next video, it's goodbye and stay safe.